Today I'm going to show you a super easy way how to create these awesome looking mantra designs. Hello my friends, and let's get started. So a mantra is like this revolving, circular, repeating design that's really kind of spacey and cosmic and interesting. And you can do this, and in this video I will show you different tricks how to make this really interesting and make it stand out. So let me delete all the layers I have created here and we will start fresh. I have selected several pictures and already imported them into Affinity Photo. You can see here one with rock and some moss on it. Then there we have some, like a photo of some feathers, and here's some abstract design. I will provide all the links for these pictures in the video description, of course. And here is how you turn all of this into a really cool mantra. So what you want to do is have these, of course, layered on top of each other, spread out all over the canvas, and then create a mask for each of those layers. Not the bottom one, not the background layer, but the others on top of that. And the next thing, so you pull them onto the layer so they are inside like this. The next thing you want to do is to invert this. So go here to layer, invert with the mask layer. That's important. Invert the mask. We're going to do that. And now those layers are, you can't see them anymore because they're completely masked out. But what you can do now is you can take a brush over here. So take your brush tool and you can set it to any size you want, any kind of hardness you want. And you want to set this to black as a color, and black will bring in the picture again. So this is the first important trick or tip in this video, to do it like that. And let's make this a little bit smaller here. And now I can just paint on that. You can use, if you want, you can use the stabilizer to make your brush stroke more stable, more round, easier flow. You can see here, so that's nice. And this will look crazy until we use the effect that creates the mantra. So really stay with the video. Let's change to the other layer and repeat this. Let's make some more strokes here. There we go. Whoop. And you can see it's already starting to look really crazy, but also interesting. And what you can also do, of course, let's turn off stabilize. You can use your rectangle tool or your mark you tool, better said, to, for example, let's make a circle here. And this will help you to have some, how I can say, more like standard, classic, basic shapes in your design. So let's fill this with color real quick. And then we will deselect that, go to the other layer, go here and use the rectangle tool and this, the rectangle mark you tool to make a selection. Maybe over here, and again brush this, fill this out with your black color so the mask is here in that area. You can see now we have a rectangular shape here, so that's important. And here comes the next trick. We want to have some more in here, so what we're going to do is we are going to create a pixel layer. There we go. And then we're going to take our brush tool again, make it pretty small, or any size you want really. Make the hardness 100%, and then go over here to effects and use the outline. So hook this so it's active, and then select a color. You can select a color from your picture maybe so it fits to the rest of the picture. So let's, for example, take red as our outline. You can see here when I use my brush, when I move my brush over the screen, I can see a preview of my outline. Right now I don't have an outline, but when I make the radius stronger, you can see I'm getting an outline on that. And I will stabilize my brush again and then make some strokes in here. Here we go. Here's one stroke. I will undo this real quick because let's go here in the settings more and make the spacing smaller. So you can see we have this kind of rough outlines here. We don't want to have that, so make the spacing smaller. So we have a very smooth outline. Well, I will do it to 1% so it's as smooth as possible. There we go. We just make this line like this, and then we can make a second layer there we go, do the same thing. So select a color here. I will again, I think, use a white, or let's use a fill color that's different. So let's go with yellow this time for our brush color. Radius, make it a bigger radius, maybe like this. Make the brush a bit smaller. Okay, that's kind of nice. So you can do all kinds of fun things. It really, you can experiment around as much as you want. Please go really nuts with this technique. And you can see this looks crazy right now, but now the magic happens. So what we're going to do next is hit on our keyboard Control A to select everything on the screen. And then we're going up here to edit and select copy flattened. Copy flattened, that's important. And then we're going edit again and paste. There we go. And now we have all of what we have created before as a pixel layer. You can see down here. So this is now, all of this is converted into pixels and is on one layer. And this is important because the next thing we are going to do is go to filters, and we are going to use distort and then mirror. And the mirror effect only works on one layer. This is why we have to copy flattened and then paste, so everything is on one layer. You can see here now, when I click and move my mouse around, it changes the starting position of our mirror point. And when I have more mirrors, so with this fader here, I can move or I can add additional mirrors up to 20. And now when I move the point around, you can see here, we can get some really interesting and crazy designs. And this is also why I included the lines, as you can see here, because they are creating some nice geometric shapes in here. It looks a little bit oriental from the design maybe, but you can do really crazy things here with this. And like with the movie Inception, what you can do here is you can, for example, click now on apply. So we have applied this effect, but you can use the effect again on basically the result of this effect to get an even stranger outcome of that. So click on distort again, click on mirror again, and make a bigger number of mirrors. And now when you move it around, you can see that what we have created before is repeating in our new creation. So this is getting really, really crazy, so to speak. So you can do really absurd things with that. And of course, repeat it as often as you want. So like I said, go crazy with this kind of technique. Try to figure out something that you like, something that looks good to you, to your eye. And it's also a really like inspirational tool to use it like that. And another thing, and here's another trick that you can do when you have created a design. Of course, now we have these colors here and they might not match. You might not like them as they are. Let's hit apply here on this effect. And what you can do right now is, for example, you can go in here to adjustments and select recolor. And what I would suggest to you is don't just use recolor, use a different blend mode. So when you have this window pop up here, down here, you have the blend modes, and you can change that to whatever you like. And you can see this makes a really big influence on how it looks, how the result is going to be. So let's take, for example, what do we have here? Pin light, vivid light. Let's take pin light, for example. It's a bit extreme, but you can see this really changes the outcome, what you can do with that. You can reduce the saturation if it's too strong. And the interesting thing that you can see right here, if the saturation is at 0, because this is a blend mode, it returns to the original colors of the picture. So you can, with the blend mode and the saturation, decide how much the effect is applied to your picture, so to speak. And this can give you some really interesting results. And you can, of course, go back and forth, set a color, then again change the blend mode to see what else you can get from the other settings. So you can see here, there's some really interesting kind of results in here, interesting kind of outcomes in here. And what you can do right now is, for example, you can go in here to adjustments and select recolor. And now when you have created a design, of course, now we have these colors here and they might not match. You might not like them as they are. Let's I bet you didn't know you can do this or this kind of interesting things in Affinity Photo, because this is a really kind of inspirational and crazy tool to use. So there is really a lot to find in here in these kind of combinations. So I'm really looking forward to your results, what you're doing, and write in the comment if you want to see more of these abstract inspirational design tutorials of things you can do with Affinity Photo that are other than photo editing, or if you want to see more classic photo editing tutorials and videos. So thank you very much for watching. See you in the next episode. If you like my videos, maybe subscribe to my channel to 2 new videos per week. And if you want to support me even more, head over to Patreon, where you can get a lot of nice perks like my original files with all the layers and feedback on your creations and all that good stuff. So see you. Thank you for watching. Bye.